happens. So what we want to do is look at the things in our life that have happened naturally and easily without any great effort on our part. Okay, and I know that if Pam were here, she would tell you the story about wanting a horse. And she just decided, I want my own horse. She was running a horse. And then within a week, somebody was calling her on the phone saying, I have a horse for you. And it was beautiful and gorgeous and wonderful because the universe created this beautiful horse and brought it to her, magnetized it to her. So by being very clear in her desires and letting it go and just talking to people, this horse came through for her, and she was in love with it, you know. So we've all had things like that happen. So I want you to think about that. Can you give me some examples of things that have happened that you just, that's what I want. I want it, you know, and boom, the right situation opened up, the right job, the right home, whatever. What other examples do you have?
I've had numerous occasions where it just seems out of nowhere, money just happens, and from small amounts to really pretty large amounts at particular times when it just seems like, well, I don't have any more tricks left up my sleeve. It's, you know, nothing's going to happen. Whoop, all of a sudden
there
something
it is.
happens.
Yeah, beautiful.
And it just always has been that way.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So what do you think you let go of in order for that to come in?
Fear of some kind.
That maybe it won't happen?
Yeah.
Or maybe what I think I heard you saying is, I've run out all of my tricks.
Yeah.
I don't know any more tricks to create money.
Yeah.
And so you let go.
Let go.
Okay. And that's what happened with Pam. I want a horse. I don't know where it's going to come from. I just want it. Okay. And the same thing with that. I don't know how this is going to happen. I just want it. And then the universe takes over. Yeah. If you express jumble, I mean, I had one gal today, I never have time, I never have time, I don't have time, I don't have time, and I feel fragmented. Okay. That's what she's expressing out to the universal field. So she's ending up spending a lot of time doing stuff that doesn't count for anything, and it doesn't bring her any rewards because she's constantly affirming how she doesn't have time and she's fragmented. Okay? So that's her intent, whether she realizes it or not. And then at the same time, you can go, you know, I have time. I can do anything I want. I have time. My life is organized. And guess what? Things will happen. People will show up to help you have that. Okay? So think about your dreams. Think about the things that you truly want, and it's not about not putting effort into it. It's about being willing to receive the inspiration from the universe. And if you're getting nudged to go to the airport on a night that you don't even know, you know, you go. If there's a party and you, oh, I don't know if I want to go, but you feel, yeah, go. You don't have to worry about why or how or what. Just go. And interesting things will happen, but we have to pay attention because it's that nature working through us, this rhythm of nature working through us. So the more you live in your true self, the more that you truly recognize that I am this universal being of energy and light, and energy is constantly flowing into me, whether it's intuitive or energy to just express out to people. The more we understand that, the more connected we can feel with that, and the more we will hear these inspirational thoughts, ideas come to us. So when we're living in this field of pure potentiality, you know, the ocean of consciousness, okay, anytime here you are, it's your little fish self, okay, in the ocean of universal mind, anytime you come up with a little great idea, the organizing power of the whole field goes into action, and you will start attracting to you other little people will start flowing into your life because they are interested in some way or other in that idea or that intent that you've set up. You are vastness. But what we do is we tend to think in terms of the detail. You know, I want this to happen, that person to call, that guy to pay me my money, so forth and so on. And we get so hooked up in the details that we forget how truly vast we are. When we get hooked up into those details, then we start feeling helpless and hopeless, and oftentimes like a victim, because we cannot control the other guy. Okay, and so we get caught up, if I say this, if I do that, then I'll be able to control the other guy. What we're doing is we're just entertaining the ego. We're going round and round in the ego, and we're keeping ourselves from actually experiencing the result we want. Because if what we're doing isn't working, as Dr. Phil would say, then let go, open to the universe, get into the vastness of who you are, the hugeness, and then you're basically surrendering that problem, that issue. And then when something comes back to you, a phone call, something shows up in your life that says, okay, now act, then act at that point. And that could mean an idea that comes to your mind that you haven't thought of before. And now call the guy. I mean, I've had publishers where I could not reach, let it go, and be in the middle of an afternoon, and it's just like, call them now. Call them, connected that moment. And I've done that many times. When that impulse comes, when that intuitive impulse comes, do it. Do it right then.